Well, hello. It usually is much more time in between my vlogs than will happen this week. I just had my birthday vlog, but nevertheless, fashion waits for no man, okay? There is the most insane, drop situation happening this week. Today, literally just a couple hours ago, the CELINE new Luggage line, I think several of the pieces are actually physically releasing in store. So we're gonna go see if we can get our little hands on one and try it on. I'll show you the surprise in a second. Also, Gucci is now in store. And so also there's a show at one of my favorite galleries. So we're gonna try to bang out 3 things in this one day-long vlog. This is kind of like a day in my life, except not, but kind of. So let's get into the outfit. First of all, oh, hi. First of all, somebody is stressing me out this week, and I'm trying to be calm, but Matisse is having a challenging week. Long story, I think she's doing okay, but we're having a bit of a challenge. So somebody is sad, and I'm anxious to leave her, but we gotta do what we gotta do, okay? Sorry to interject the personal thing. Let's get into the outfit. Then we're gonna go meet Moon. I might rush a little bit, but I think we can still bang out a little gallery vibe. CELINE, Gucci, and if there's time, there is the new lipstick case by Dries that my hair looks crazy, that I've been really wanting to get. And there's a lipstick shade that I haven't repurchased. So it kind of seemed like maybe it's perfect. So Bergdorf's basically would be the last thing if there's enough time, if I don't get anxious wanting to come home to my little baby. Outfit, I think you guys haven't seen this shirt in a long time. This is by one of my favorite, the OG, I would say, fashion influencers, but of the male little grouping from 10 years ago. I can't remember how many years ago, but a long time ago, there was this powerhouse group of male, I'd say, fashion influencers who low-key started luxury YouTube, I would say. And so it's this whole little powerful group of guys who are still modeling and doing really cool things. And Sanjeev was my brother and my favorite, I don't even know, YouTubers, influencers, whatever, creators, who has since many years ago started his own brand. And this is from Sanjeev. Please, Sanjeev, if for some reason you're watching this, please bring this shirt back, because I had an All Saints shirt that I'm sure you can tell me, but I'm pretty positive my mother threw away, okay? Because I've been wearing my pieces to the ground for my entire life, and I think sometimes my mom sneaks and throws things away. Even though I live on my own, I think she still did that. And so I had this All Saints shirt that was basically the same exact thing. They got so tattered and so worn that I all of a sudden couldn't find it anymore. And thank God, a couple years later, Sanjeev came out with this shirt that is the shirt of my dreams. And it's just super flowy, super cool. And obviously it's massive on me, but I love it. It's very sheer. It's just very me. I've been wearing sheer since I was 20, okay? Maybe 19, 18. And then we're gonna do, actually these are new from The Real. I got them for $30, $40. These new little sock boots that are my lowest ones that I have that are perfect. My Donna Karan, because this is literally what I used to wear in college. This was one of my uniforms. And then are we ready for the star of the show today? Okay, this is very either meta or really cringe to wear the CELINE by Phoebe Philo Luggage to go see the new Luggage. Is that really sad and cringe? I don't know, but for you guys, I'm gonna do it so that we can compare the two. Uh-oh, I feel a bark coming on. And regardless, I'm gonna do it, okay? I thought very long and hard about this outfit last night, and I think it works fine. It's all of a sudden 80 degrees again today in New York, and it is literally the last couple days of September. So I was about to wear a dress, but we're going vibey, okay? Let me let this little girl out. And then we still have some time, actually, so don't have to rush too much. But yeah, and I was what else do you guys need to know? I just did the most basic makeup today. And yeah, I'll see you guys at coffee and then the gallery first, I think. we'll figure out what order we're going in. And we have made it to the Madison Avenue CELINE store. First impressions of this wall were pretty incredible. I immediately feel like the new luggage has such a cool kind of coding DNA of the Phoebe Philo, but it also does really feel like its own thing. The larger size is truly luggage, and the medium size, I just think, is going to be an incredible everyday piece. I'm personally very excited for the mini. And then, of course, since we were just 2.5 seconds away from Bergdorf Goodman, we had to stop in there too. I went just a couple weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago on my birthday, and there was not this newly refreshed section by the row. And so this was a true treat. there were a couple Marlows being tried on, and I snuck and tried on this 12. I think I'd get it in the grained black, but even just being able to try on the 12 versus the 14 was kind of life-changing. I think I need the 12, okay? And then I did fail a little bit. I'm very sorry. I didn't realize that the Gucci new collection by Demna would only be downtown. So this is the studio collection in the Fifth Avenue store, which still was really fun. Moon pointed out that her bag was the same color as the walls, which were really cute. And then thank you to Moon again, because she suggested that we get one of these adorable little city guides, and I had no idea that they had a Marrakesh one. So thank you, thank you. Hi, baby. Love you, girl. Only the real dog parents know the licking of the paws. Okay. Anyways, hi, we're back. Ooh, let me turn off the air conditioning for you. Sorry. Got a little tour of my living room. Is there anything really messy behind me? Probably. Yes, silence. Okay. Where do I even start, baby? Can we not look for 2 seconds so I can tell a story? Hold on, pause. Okay, we have a window. So much to tell. The CELINE luggage is gorgeous. That's my immediate opinion. Gorgeous. I love the 2 sizes, and I'm gonna love the mini. That's just me. I know myself. I know that I will love that one. The licking started immediately. I love the medium. I like the medium and the large, genuinely. For myself to purchase, I think I know that I will love the mini. And what's the biggest news? Yes, okay, so the biggest news is that I had to ask this because honestly, I was just thinking, like, if you're gonna buy this bag and have it for hopefully 20 years and have the old and the new, I love, so don't get me wrong, I love the smiley face. I want the straight zipper. So I am going to wait until the straight zipper and think about it and see. But the straight zipper is coming in all 3 sizes, I believe. Don't quote me on this, allegedly, just add in there. The straight zipper will be coming on all 3 sizes along with the mini November 12th. I don't know if I just made up that date, but somewhere in the middle of November. And the smiley face ones, AKA the literal like U-shaped zipper, are just for right now. Or I think she maybe mentioned, so again, allegedly, don't quote me on this, but I think she maybe mentioned you could order them then when they, like, even when the straight zipper ones do come out. Just, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt, but the leather feels gorgeous. I hope you guys got to see a good comparison, and I really like it. I honestly, like, for a gigantic, I was just looking, somebody's in my backyard, so I'll stop myself because I'm being really awkward filming myself. I'm such an awkward person. The large, if you are like legitimately a traveler and want a weekend carry-on situation, gorge. Medium, perfect everyday bag. The medium is probably going to be the most universal size. However, knowing like the affiliation with the old CELINE luggage and the popularity of the Rome Margot, a lot of people might be buying the larger ones. The medium is the most practical. I want the mini, okay? I want the mini with the straight zipper. Enough said, it's gorgeous. She maybe mentioned again, allegedly, that it might be coming in suede and a couple different shades. The zipper is really cool. The flap is really cool. I like that it feels so, like when you put them side by side, obviously like, wow, this is a totally different bag. However, they feel the same, like vibe wise, which I think is really cool. So there's so much of the DNA. They made the leather so nice. I'm so excited just by me touching it for like 2.5 seconds, but that's my immediate opinion. And I'm just so happy. Sorry, I sat down on the couch now. Wow, my hair looks crazy. I need to like go, I don't know, make myself look cuter. But the only disappointing thing was that the Dries lipstick case is not releasing in person until October 1st, which I'm like 4 days away from. So that was kind of annoying. So I'll go back to Bergdorf's and get that. Most life-changing thing. Yes, we love the CELINE, but most life-changing thing that I need your opinion on was me trying on the Marlowe, which I literally feel so bad because there was a woman literally purchasing one And I was like, can I try on the brown one that you're not purchasing? I felt super annoying, but did I even say this out loud? I just feel like I've had like I don't know, you know me and my hyperfixation. So I feel like I had a bit of a revelation because a week ago at the Real in Greenwich, did I say this already? But I'll repeat myself for anybody who didn't see that video. I tried on the Margot 15, which I guess I haven't tried on since my surgery. Like I haven't tried it on, first of all, hello, you're the cutest, sorry. I haven't tried it on in this new iteration of myself, okay? Haven't seen it up against my body now. You're so cute. And I hated it. This is just me being super honest. I love it on everybody else and it disappointed me so much. Would I love it in the belted smooth leather? Yes, probably, but the 15 felt like, I feel like my body and it were competing. I don't know, it felt like too much love. This is a really weird statement, but it was like too repetitive. Like I love it on literally everybody else and I just don't think it looked very good on me. And then just days later, I had to return something at the Real that was a shame that came as blue when it said black. And there was a Margot 10 in the smooth leather and the black, like exactly what I want. And I was like, all right, well, let me just try it on. And then maybe I'll totally nix the Margot if I hate it. Obsessed with the 10, obsessed. And then I was like, I probably don't even need to try on the Marlowe 12. Tried it on, obsessed as well. So you guys will need to help me for my next big bag purchase, barring what the row comes out with in a week. I think the Marlowe 12 or the Margot 10 are my real front runners right now. And then we'll buy a new Dries lipstick. I'll insert a photo here because it is so beautiful as soon as it releases. And then the last thing is that Moon, of course, Moon literally was like, we need to go get, it even has a name that I don't even remember, like the City Diary something at Louis Vuitton. And I was like, what? And I thought it was like a huge coffee table book. It's like the cutest little notebook situation that they have like every single city of. And I had no idea what it was. We went in, they had one of the New York ones that she got. And then I was looking around and there was like every single city. And I was like, wait, do they have one from Morocco? That would be crazy. And she's like, yeah, I think they do. Asked, got one. And then the packaging took a long time. And I was like, we should check to make sure which one we got, just to make sure that we got the right ones. Moon was like, no, it took so long. He probably knew exactly which one he gave us. Moon gets home before me. It was like, you knew it. So I'll show you the New York one, but we have to wait for me to show, or I'll ask Moon to take a video of it. I'll insert the Marrakesh one, but I'm so sad. Probably gonna go right there on that little pile or right on my little credenza. You know, I wanted to go home and style it, so that was sad, but something to look forward to. And as soon as I was literally gonna put on my other necklaces and take my hair down, get more comfy, I remembered that I didn't say that I was an idiot, and I thought that the Gucci was coming to the Madison Avenue location, but also like, why wouldn't it come to the Madison Avenue, or Fifth Avenue location, sorry. And apparently it's not, so it's at Worcester Street, so I'm sorry that it's not in this vlog. But you got to see the design teams. That's not as good, I know. You got to see the design team's new collection. Sorry about that. So at least we got, we got half and half, okay? We saw the new CELINE, we saw the Marlowe, and then I failed on the lipstick and failed on the Gucci, so sorry for that. I will, at some point, maybe, possibly go downtown and see that. I'm sorry that I failed you guys. And to end this little mini vlog, I wanted to show you guys my newly restyled main primary bag cabinet because I genuinely think this is the best I've ever done. Like, take a moment. Hello, the girl who only ever had one black bag for the entire black bag shelf. This middle shelf is my dream, and the top shelf is just the most me thing of all time. It is, yeah, I'm a bit ashamed to admit that I'm very proud of this styling, okay? And then as a last little treat, there is an unboxing coming, but I just had to show you my new little vintage lizard Chanel camera bag that I am over the moon with. Yes, she's worn, but I hope you like her, and I genuinely cannot wait to share all about this new purchase.